in there, and all I could think about is this, or I could think about is that. It was all and I go, well, yeah, that's sometimes what happens. You just have to push it aside. Say, I'll deal with that when I get out of the tank. I'll deal with that when I get out of the tank. People that float on a regular basis will say that they can get into a float sensation right away, and that's good. Great, get into a float sensation like right away. But people that never floated before will say, it took me 20, 30 minutes just to relax, or at least that was their perception of it. There's no clock in there. And my youngest daughter, when she floated, had said, I was just getting relaxed when the filter went off. And the filter is the timer that says your hour is up, or your hour and a half, or your 2 hours. I'm open to whatever kind of float session you want to have. And you pay for it, but you're going to have a float session, okay? So that's float therapy. And I want to kind of go through the PowerPoint now that it's all. Yay. Is this for that? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see. No, never mind. Not for that. Okay, so this is what I call a health wheel. It is something I had made for me. It is basically explanation of my whole practice. I wanted to at least touch it. I just want to understand why I put this float tank in here. It is symptoms all the way from headaches to obesity. It's not great that you can see it back there. But symptoms, causes, and treatments. And treatments I put in there, a little emotional. I could put float tank, talk, mood changes, take a class, write and read for intellectual. Basically, what I've found with all of my patients, if this isn't balanced in your life, you're not going to be really healthy. You just aren't. And I have had people come to me for physical ailments all the time. I've got this crick in my neck. It's been bothering me. I've gone to a chiropractor, I've gone that, and I heard that you do osteopathic therapy, which is adjustments, and you can fix it. And I say, yeah, all right, but I want you to be my patient. We're going to work on all of these aspects. They think I can just adjust it, it'll be done. And sometimes I can nudge things into place, and sometimes things are much better. But as I'm talking with them, I found they got all kinds of environmental problems. They're moving. The neighbor next door is bothering them. I don't know. That's kind of emotional. But I try to cover all of this with my patients at least in the year. It might not be on the first visit. It might not be on the 5th visit. I've just dealt with somebody today. That's terrible. But we were talking about one part of this aspect, and he's been my patient for a while, and I went, we never talked about that. I think it's important. And we went over that. So that's why float therapy is in here, because to me, it's just one way. I tell my patients over and over and over again, you need good balance in your life. And sometimes I tell people to go for a massage, but they never do. Or I tell them to go or meditate. I mean, try telling a 300-pound ex-football player to meditate. They're kind of looking at you like, are you kidding me? So that's where this came up. And that's where float therapy is. So this is from Benjamin Franklin. We're talking a long time ago. I went at noon to bathe in Martin's saltwater hot bath, and floating on my back, fell asleep, and slept nearly an hour by my watch without sinking or turning, a thing I never did before, and should hardly have thought possible. Water is the easiest bed that can be. So they knew this a long time ago. So the history of float therapy, I went through that with John Lilly and why it came about, but that's part of it. Let's see if we can do this. How do I do this, Rach? Oh, okay, I got it. I can do it. Done.
We could adjust the lights too.
Oh.
We're going to take care of the lights.